All right. We're back, boys and girls. Season 3 of the Curfew Boys. That new intro song just got me so pumped for the start of the season. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see all of your faces. Look at you.
I wish I could say the same
really?
for you.
It's okay. I didn't say your faces are beautiful. I just said I'm just happy to see your
we
faces.
didn't take a long break.
I don't know about you.
Break was fucking long.
The break was long. It felt so long. There's so much stuff happening in the in the off season, leading to the preseason, leading to training camp, the rookie development camp. We're all here. And it's about time too. Season 3. Welcome, boys. How are you?
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Shake off the rust, boys. Shake off the rust. Let's go.
Let's shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Any longer, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch hockey anymore.
Why is that?
Jeez, already. What a start.
Because
already gave up on the season.
Any longer that we would have waited to.
So it's the Curfew Boys that motivate you to watch hockey now.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Well, that's part of the purpose, right?
Too long of an off season.
Well, listen to all our loyal followers from the very beginning. Thank you all for tuning in. To any new followers, I'll introduce everybody. I am Sammy, or Fireman Seb, with my boys Anthony, Mr. Anxious Anthony.
Hey now.
The Statsman Joey.
Hey now.
The no longer Chip Man Adri. He's giving up. He's giving up on chips now.
Special diet.
Well, I'm not giving up on chips. You guys really want me to eat chips on camera?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, you could have a
whatever makes you happy.
Just block the label before we get copyright suit.
I can't block the crunch.
And
oh my God, that's a sick marketing. Can't block the crunch.
And we got finally Mr. Baseman ball busting Alex Zook.
Hey now.
I have a feeling that Zook's gonna be a big ball buster this year. I am feeling.
No,
I have a feeling as well.
No, you know what's gonna be a pain in the ass?
No, that torch is going to Joey. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Joey was that last year. Like I think it's
but he's
someone
gonna
else.
I said it to Adrian. I'll say it to everyone listening. Be prepared. I'm going for 82 losses this year. So.
When was that never the case though, Joey? Be prepared. We're prepared.
Next year. I made it a promise. If
we're
we get
fucking used to it.
it will not. I will not root for them to tank next year.
Okay.
That's
well, we're
next year.
Okay, so Joey is already setting the bar for at least Curfew Boys expectations.
Can I explain why?
Sure. Well, why not, Joe? Go ahead.
I mean, for anyone who hasn't followed, the draft class is supposed to be absolutely stacked this year with high-end talent compared to last year. Well, the year that just passed. So guys like Slafkovksy, even though it's selected number 1, would have went like, mid, I would say mid 5th, 6th pick rather than being first. That's how highly rated these prospects are. So there's my reasoning.
So word and rumors are going around that at least the first top 10 picks are supposed to be very strong. Now you obviously have guys like Bedard, Mishkov, and Fantilli who are supposed to go 1, 2, and 3. Those guys are supposed to be maybe the elite picks of that group, but from 4 to 10 apparently are supposed to be like not as good, but just a notch below those 3. So I'm with Joey on this. I want the Canadiens to at least get, if they can get a top 5 pick, I'm gonna be super happy. But
I can't wait to make playoffs. No, not to make playoffs.
Oh my God!
Like I finished 9th place just to see Joey's reaction.
Joey,
but honestly, though,
you would make the Habs franchise suffer just to see my reaction. Crazy.
You know what,
Joey, you make us suffer with the reaction.
Well,
just
a little bit of
suffering
suffering
the
goes
way
a
you
long
are
way.
is already giving me anxious. But anyway,
Look like Colorado. A little bit of suffering goes a long way.
Yeah, we get that, but yeah, okay, fine, sure. It's
no,
I don't know. I think. Oh, hold on. I think the pieces and the motions have been set a little bit quicker than maybe Colorado did in a sense. Colorado felt like it was a longer rebuild as soon as after they got McKinnon. Actually, no, after they got Cale Makar, they won the fucking jackpot with that kid. I don't know. Maybe the Canadiens accelerated it a little bit. I still think
so. It's not 9 years now. Still gonna be 4 or 5 years.
It's still gonna be. It's not gonna be 3 years. They still these are kids. Did you see who's on the ice? All of them combined have 0 NHL game experience.
And also,
We
zero
barely have hair
goals,
in the
as you
chest.
can see.
Okay, hold on. There's before we get to the kids and before we get to, preseason, which is where we're at right now. There's just been so much has happened since the draft of Slafkovsky, since our last episode. Okay, Kirby Dach is finally signed. Kent Hughes went again. Sean Monahan, Carey Price broke everyone's hearts once again, announcing that he's done for the year with his.
Didn't break Joey's heart.
His beautiful picture with the cowboy hat and the feather, and like, oh my god, he got me crying.
But isn't he like chopping wood? Like, which requires some strength.
He's making that guy's like you know what?
Yeah, because you need your.
I think
if you could chop down a tree, you could definitely stop pucks.
I think part of him. I don't think part of him is happy that he's not playing, but I think it's I could only imagine
if he's
what
playing.
Going through.
Anthony might be closer than you think.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Don't forget the
I'll
Petrie
go
trade.
with that one.
Oh my God! There's the Peachy trade and Ryan Paling trade too for Mike Matheson. Like, you know what I mean? This is like, guys, there's so much that happened. We got lots to talk about. It's like, did you expect Kent Hughes throughout the offseason to make these moves to acquire these veterans that have made quite a name for themselves? Like Sean Monahan was a pretty high pick for Calgary. He's plagued with injury. But
Monahan, come on.
Look, you can tell management is already prepping for the future. I've never seen in the years of being a Habs fan, management doing all these moves in the offseason, like so quick and so like technical and strategic. It's like I'm excited for the future, and you can tell they're serious about it.
But
like before it was always Sorry to
cut you, but even the staff.
That's what I was going to say. So the staff that they're tooling with now is made for developing players. I'm sorry to say. We've never had that. We've never had that in the past.
Oh, but
especially the last 10 years.
Bringing in Stefan Robida also.
But even people around it, even having Poulin.
Nichols, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a big part. I know a lot of the pro journalists like Eric Engels has been raving about him.
Is that advanced statistic guy?
No, he's just a player development, like a skills development coach.
Did you guys see the behind the scenes video? That it's like 20 minutes of Kent Hughes management and all the scouts in the room. Did you guys see it? Like I personally love like behind the scenes footage. Like I've always been a fan of that, either for sports or for music. Like for music, when you see a band in the studio recording their album, like I love that. But I love the thing about sports too. Like the Canadiens a few times did it for when Marc Bergevin was GM. They did a few times about behind the scenes and the trade deadline. They did a bit for the draft too, the year that Caulfield got drafted. And I'm so happy they did it for Slafkovsky, Massar, Owen Beck, Lane Hudson too. Like that video is so cool. But like you could tell there's something different now with the entire management team, with the pro scouting team, with the amateur scouting team. There's a difference here, and like I might be fast forwarding, but maybe Joey can tell me which guy it was, but explaining how having a player like Lane Hudson, like he said, every single contending team has a player like Lane Hudson. When this guy said that, I was like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because we're just so used to the shit that we had before, and then seeing a player like
Bergevin was shit.
Yeah, look what he had to work.
Okay. It's our first episode. I haven't done that in fucking months. I gotta do it.
We're going back and forth. Just to finish that point, Sam, that you said that you feel and see something different. I think we're finally. I mean, we could all be wrong here, right? You said it yourself. Like it's like being in a relation. It's like being in a bad relationship for 4 years, and then you meet a girl and she gives you the world after one day. You feel like everything is better than the other one, right? So this could be just our honeymoon stage where after 20 years of hell, we're seeing good things happening. We don't know, right? But
you sound like you're talking from experience.
What I'm trying to say, I think everybody finally in management and staff, I think we're all on the same page. I think they all have one goal. I mean, we always have that one goal of winning the cup, right? But I think everybody had different visions in management and in the staff of the Montreal Canadiens. I think now they built management and staff that they all see the same vision and they all want to take the same steps to get there. There's no pulling each other. I want this, I want that. Everybody wants to go the right direction.
Yes, right. I agree. But
logic.
But there's just a little thing that I'm not concerned about, but I'm just questioning for this season. It's we seem to know what the future pieces are, but in the meantime, this year, trading for Dach, trading for Monahan, trading for Matheson, getting Dandanov, you still have Drouin, you still have Hoffman. It's like what exactly is the identity of this team this year? You get what I'm saying? Like they know the future. Yes. At least they have a future plan. But for this year now, for this season, what exactly is the identity, and what benefits the team by keeping some of these guys that there's a chance that they won't be part of the future?
Some of the players you mentioned, Sam, I think we'll touch upon. I think they were done just due to cap reasons. Because look, Hughes was given so much restrictions because he was up against the cap from Bergevin, and everyone knew that the cap wasn't going up due to what's happening. What happened with COVID. Good news, the cap. I read today that the cap should be going up significantly higher in the next couple of years, which would be massive for Hughes. But getting guys like Dandanov was to get rid of Weber's contract.
Yeah,
getting a guy like Matheson was. He wanted probably a defender he knew, probably that knows how to skate. He doesn't want to skater. It doesn't want to completely dismantle and run all kids. Like, gotta be smart in that. You need veterans. He knew Matheson from his agent days, and I think when Matheson was developing as a player, and Petrie requested a trade. So you're kind of like forced to kind of make these moves. So was it the moves he really wanted? We'll never know. But I do feel like some of these moves were made just due to force and I'll say a bit of logic. Like Dach was an opportunity to try to get another center, but we don't know if he'll pan out. I mean, he looks like he can if he gets by the injuries. But I'm going to say a lot of these was really he's tight against the cap. He probably wants to get rid of guys like Hoffman. I wouldn't be surprised even Drouin in the future. I mean, look at tonight. Drouin can't even get on the ice. I know it's because he was sick.
It doesn't make sense. But there's always an issue with this fucking
there's
guy.
Always something,
my God.
Exactly.
It's already the season didn't even start yet. Already.
Exactly. So just to finish off, I think the biggest factor is that he was up against the cap and he's just trying ways to reduce it. So, and certain deals he can make and certain deals he's so far hasn't been able to make. And even Eric Engel said it, like they're not he doesn't think they're finished in terms of moves. So
okay, but why Sean Monahan? Like
last year of his contract.
But let me ask you this though. It's and again, I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm questioning what the intentions are.
I think
there's the last year.
It's asset like management than last year the contract because I don't think he's going to stay.
And he's betting on the fact that he could still produce.
And not only that, he had his career high last year, right? So I think this was a steal for Hughes.
He's betting on it. Yeah.
He took a player who was on a high, who started building his how do you say it? Like
credibility.
Looking for
value.
Exactly, the value is beginning for Mahan. He just started, right? He hit his high last year. Now, if we can build more value this year with a team that's not making playoffs, and he shows what he can do, you get rid of him at trade deadline or next year.
So you think we got him for trade bait for future assets?
I think
potentially. It all depends. Look, our defensive core is like next.
But that's it,
right?
But hold on.
Start of building it too.
But hold on a sec. You say our defensive core right now is yes, it is starting at zero, but the futures are in motion. For me, it's the forwards. For me, it's the forwards. And I'm there thinking, like, as much as I like the Monahan deal, it's like, okay, but wait a minute. You have Suzuki, who's now our captain, the number one center of this team. You have Dach that they're hoping he's going to be number two. Dvorak is definitely going to play center. Jake Evans is going to definitely play center. There's Sean Monahan now. It's like,
Yeah, but
what do you do with these guys?
Just not to confuse everyone, Anthony. I think you're speaking of Matheson, by the way.
Yes,
he was on high.
Yes,
yeah,
so
I figured.
I thought you guys were talking about Matheson.
Yeah, we'll talk about Matheson soon. Yeah, he was on a high.
My apologies. I thought you were Matheson. My apologies.
But hold on a sec. Before Adrian gets to his point, I'm the idiot that's like, oh yeah, Anthony, yeah, you're right. I'm the one.
No, I figured.
I'm the one following you as if.
But that's why usually you guys like jump on me right away. You were into this conversation, so I'm like, okay, he's talking about Matheson, right? And then when you said Monahan, I'm like, wait, hold on, Monahan is not a defenseman.
But it's good. It's a perfect description. We'll get to Matheson. On Monahan, it was the opposite. This guy's been plagued by injury. He had 6 goals last year. He was on a complete low. I think he took him for asset management. He got something back right for Monahan. That's what we want. I don't think he's going to stay. Like, it's just to plug him in for the year. I personally don't think he's not going to bank on this guy getting better from his injuries. Like, this guy had hip injuries. Like, those are really hard on hockey players. I just think he's banking on trying to get him to trade him or he got him. What did he get him for exactly? What pick was it?
Holy Christ Almighty! The conditions are beyond complicated, but
they're complicated conditions. But in the end, we got something back from it.
We got a draft pick for taking him, basically.
Yeah, it's a first round, but it's conditional.
Yes,
right.
I don't see the risk in getting Monahan. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't see zero risk.
There is
best case. He has a good 30, 40 games this year. He scores 10, 15
points.
It's
a first round.
You trade him at the draft. Yeah, but they're probably going to trade him at trade deadline if healthy.
Right. Even if it doesn't, it's a first rounder that we got for him in the end. So it's because we needed to
for what 2024
Calgary's cap.
Yes, for 2024. It's not top 10 protect. It is top 10 protected. Sorry.
Yeah, they'll never give you a non top 10 protected.
To me, that was a good trade.
Top 10 protected draft.
Adrian, you had something to say?
Yeah, what I was gonna say is because we're trying to figure out with the forwards. I saw that they're gonna be willing to send these guys through waivers to clear space.
You think? Okay.
He said it. I can't believe.
Oh yeah.
It was Gordon or if it was.
Yeah, it was Gordon. Yes. In which
if it comes down to it, then it's what it is.
I'm glad you mentioned this. You know who I think waivers. You know who I think is going to be put on waivers? Despite, I think Dadonov. I think Dadonov's going to be put on waivers. I truly think that. Yeah, I don't know why. I got this feeling. I just think Dadonov is going to be put on waivers. The guy.
Remember this, listeners. When it happens, use Sammy's face.
No, I'm 100%.
Who? Yeah,
they're going to put Dadonov on waivers over Drouin. I think over.
Well,
I don't think
you're
they're
right.
Going to put
Drouin's going to end up on IR anyway. So.
At this point, I don't see any future for Drouin anymore. Like I've been giving him
excuses.
We've given 4 years,
and I'm one of them. I'm one to like I'm guilty to say every year I'm okay. This is the year he has to show off from last year, blah blah blah, and then getting Martin St. Louis, I'm like, okay, maybe he'll play better under him. And now this off season,
he hasn't played.
Yeah.
And training camp was horrible.
He's been playing good at golf.
He's
apparently he's one of the best players.
Speaking of golf, guys, when they announced Nick Suzuki as the new captain of the Montreal Canadiens at their annual golf tournament, were you guys surprised? Were you guys not surprised?
I told you it wasn't going to be Gallagher. I said it.
I was not surprised.
You know what?
I could have told you, Joey, it's not going to be Armia, and I would have been right too. Like, come on.
No, come on, that's different.
When we had the conversation about captains a few episodes back, we had said that Suzuki was our number one. It was a future captain. Now, the debate was, is it going to be now or later on?
Exactly.
And I personally felt it should have been later on, right?
Right.
But I think, and I'm actually really happy this happened, is you said it before, what's our identity? What's our future look like? Everybody's on the same page. We're trying to stay away from the past, right? Of changing captains and changing this. This team came out with a bang. The management said, this is what it is. We're starting fresh. We're choosing our future captain. Now we're not waiting, because old management probably would have chosen I don't know, Edmondson or whatever. Gallagher for a couple of
Bergevin.
years.
Bergevin would have given it to Gallagher 100%.
Exactly, and then wait a couple of years and then give it to Suzuki later
That's
on.
an emotional
Something that we all
move.
had said.
And he would have re-signed him to a $10 million contract for another 10 years.
Oh, shut up.
But I think management this year said, look, enough is enough. Even if it's too early, this is the time. We're going to start our identity now. This is our guy. This is our future. This is our franchise player.
Well, they're building the chemistry right now.
So
that's why I'm put
6 years from now, it's going to be nuts.
And they put two technically good alternates with them. So
assistant captains. Yeah,
I don't know,
but it was the obvious. It was the obvious choice.
Okay, but wait,
between
let
those
me
three.
add. I don't know about that, Sammy, because look, how long do you think Edmonton's going to stay with the Canadiens and Gallagher?
It depends how he is.
Apparently, he's going to be on IR again.
It depends how he is on.
Injuries are becoming a concern, right? For Edmonton.
So why not pick a guy like Anderson or something like who has
trade value. I don't know if he's gonna stay, guys. He has trade value. His contract's not that great either. I'm being serious.
No, but you guys are bringing up good points. But the thing is, like I mentioned before, they want to go back to the core of this franchise. You know, when Beliveau was captain, he was the guy. There was no changing up and down. Like Beliveau was there until it was time for him to retire. It was no more. That's just this guy. It's just like this franchise, and wearing this C is something important. Like when you start changing it so many times to random players, that C means nothing anymore, right? So
I don't know, man.
They want
ask Anthony. I'm going to cut you off, but ask the Habs in the 70s about that. They changed captains at least 2-3 times, and they're one of the best dynasties in hockey history.
That's true.
Anyways, but they had so many leaders.
I'm just busting your chops, but keep going.
But no, but I like I said before, I think I just
I agree.
And it's a perfect choice. The guy's how old is Suzuki? 21.
It's 22 or turning 23.
22. You know, he's a rookie still. Well, not a rookie anymore, but he's still he's not considered a rookie, but like he's still at that young stage. He hasn't hit his prime yet, right? So
I don't think so.
He's our future.
But Anthony, you mentioned core. What about assistant captains being the core? Because the two assistant captains are not core players to me, anyways.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, they're not.
I think Goalie one day is going to get an A on his jersey.
One core and then leadership, like older veterans, be your assistant to help you.
But that's what it seems like it is right now. It seems like the kid they're basically putting two pillars next to him in terms of like years of experience in the league next to Suzuki. Like they're putting Suzuki in between those two guys. Just you know what I mean? Just I think it's just to relieve some pressure off of him. Again, two guys that have played long enough in the league that can guide him through, and he could go to them for some guidance, for some leadership guidance, etc. I love Gallagher's attitude towards Suzuki being named captain, like the level of support that he's given to Suzuki. I'm not surprised because I always thought Gallagher to be a team player. He plays for the crest and not for the name in the back of his jersey. And for me, I think it's a great thing that Gallagher doesn't have the C because there's less pressure on him to perform this season after the bad season he had last year. So I think 30 goals too. I saw him skate. I saw him play. He looks better. He looks healthier. He looks like he worked out. He looks like he trained. The guy looks
and he doesn't have a Shea Weber slap shotting the puck on his hand.
Dude, that's the only saving. That's the only saving grace from not having a Shea Weber on your team. But but no, listen. I think Anthony. To sum up Anthony's point, it's just the decision is made based on long-term direction of this team. That's exactly what it is.
No more short-term fixes anymore.
Exactly.
No, we're not.
They can't anymore.
That's
long-term vision, which I'm really happy to see. And I think we've been all waiting for this.
We need to be patient, though. Like we need to be patient.
We're getting messages already. We're already getting messages because the Canadiens just lost to the Maple Leafs in their second preseason game, and already we're getting messages. Habs are tanking for Bedard. It shows. Oh my god!
We have one goal in 2 games. Preseason.
Joe is happy.
Guys,
take
it easy.
But you know what? Hold on. I might hit a nerve here for Joey, but
let's go. Please do it.
And maybe this is Mr. Optimistic here. And don't get me wrong, I want the tank, I want the rebuild, all that stuff. I get it, but I think we're underestimating this team. And
they have 1 goal in 2 preseason games against
not preseason. Shut up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but hold on. I think we're underestimating this team. And sometimes underdogs perform better than they should. Okay?
Less pressure.
Less pressure. Everybody knows and everybody thinks that this team is tanking and they're going to suck. I think Suzuki came out at one point during the offseason and
said, make the playoffs.
You know,
he said we're ready to surprise people.
We're ready to surprise people. And I strongly believe they will do that. Now, what I'm hoping for, and this is me siding with Joey and all of us wanting to tank, is tank, but in a smart way. Having those 5-4 losses, 3-3-2, 3-2 losses,
but that's
playing, building value in the players, and then losing at the end.
That's what I want. Be happy. That's what I want. I'm kind of I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm kind of like I'm siding here with Joey that if they could go, which is impossible. Wow. If they could go 0-82 all year, but they lose games like 3-2, 5-4, like you see,
come on,
what an effort!
It's never going to happen. But
effort,
if you see them, listen, if you see them losing with effort, if you see that guys like Suzuki and Caulfield are putting up points, Anderson's still scoring 20 goals. Gallagher's going to score 30, but Motambo is going to let in 5. Jake Allen, unfortunately, might get hurt, and they're going to have to call up Primo, and then we're going to have the whole debate about Primo again. But as long as the guys in front of the goalies like compete, as long as the kids on defense like Harris and Barron, and hopefully Gooley or Jack-I make the team, as long as they compete, which I'm confident that Marty St. Louis will get that out of his players, no matter what their level is at. That's what I want. Well, this year they need to finish bottom. I hope to God they finish bottom 5. I hope to God they get the first overall pick, even the second.
Honestly,
bottom 3. I might go streaking. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. But even at that, even if they get within the top 10, like I
can't see them. Who's 5 teams better than them? I mean, worse.
Okay,
5 teams worse than them: Chicago, Phoenix,
Philly,
and
Phoenix,
Seattle,
maybe Seattle,
and New
Jersey. Seattle, New Jersey.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So there's no way there'll be 10 or whatever, 7, 8.
But then it's by draft.
Red Wings got better.
It's lottery, got better, right? Too. You could finish bottom 5 and draft 7th or 8th. It really depends where you finish. But finishing last obviously guarantees the top 3, but ideally you would want the top 3. But Sam, you're right. Everyone wants them to see effort, kind of like Ottawa. Sucks to say this, but I'd like them to model a bit after Ottawa. Ottawa put in a lot of effort last couple of years, and now they're ready to take the next step.
Ottawa is going to compete this year, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll put it this way. I'd rather go for Ottawa than Toronto.
I'm not be last. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on Ottawa. I don't think having.
I'm not sold on that.
Giroux is not
having
fair, but I don't think I think some guys are thinking, or some people are thinking that Ottawa, man, they could make a push for the playoffs, and it's like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's true. You never know, but Giroux's not the same.
For the last wild card spot, because if you look at it realistically, the top 3 isn't changing this year. You got Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Florida. I don't know the order. And then you're battling for the wild card. You're going to have teams from the other division, the Metropolitan. You're going to have Pittsburgh, Washington. We're kind of getting on the downfall, but not there yet. And Boston.
You got the Rangers. You got Carolina.
Rangers, Carolina Red Wings are going to be top 2.
Red Wings not yet. No, not yet.
No, not yet.
I'm telling you, they're going to be a surprise this year.
But Moritz Seider is going to win the fucking Norris Trophy. I'm telling you, that kid's a fucking beast. So, boys, preseason, they started 2 nights ago. The Canadiens started their preseason against New Jersey. It was Slafkovsky's first game. He's played tonight against Toronto. Tonight it was like, you could tell tonight. I'm not talking about Slafkovsky. I'm talking about the team in general. Like Joey said, they haven't scored. Final score tonight was 3-0 for Toronto. So 1 goal in 2 games. But
who was actually playing tonight?
It's not bad.
Well,
a bunch of fourth
make the team.
A bunch of fourth liners from Laval were playing.
Thank you.
With Slafkovsky, with Philip Michar, with Owen Beck, with Jordan Harris, with Justin Barron. Yeah. The only regulars that I've noticed are Yoel Armia, Jake Evans, Rem Pitlick, who I love, and Yeah, but Schuneman, he's gonna be
he's
gonna be a yo-yo on this team. Yeah, and yet Chris Weidman, like, it's not the actual regulars.
Well, Drouin was supposed to play, but
he got sick.
True.
Let's
he's sick. Yeah,
cut the guy some slack. But I personally love what I saw from Owen Beck. I personally love what I saw from Philip Massar. Slafkovsky, he looks good. Not great.
I think Massar's look better.
Here's my hot take, Joey, or any of you. Do you think Philip Massar is more NHL ready than Juraj Slafkovsky?
No.
I don't think either are.
I think it's still too early to say. But
even Massar said he wants to go back and develop.
Okay, before any listeners be like, Massar is going to the OHL. No, he's not going to make the team. I know. Calm down. I know that. I'm just comparing the two. Recently, the last 2 games that both these kids played.
Is that the voice of our fans?
Well, listen, he's gonna have to represent some way.
That's our complaining, mimicking voice.
The noise.
Yeah, exactly. It's the ones that people jump to conclusion. Anyway, I digress. I don't know. Philip Massar looks good, and
no, he looks good now. Is it too early to jump and say he's NHL ready more than Slafkovsky? We don't know.
No, Slav has it. I don't know.
I say neither are. I'm going
honestly of the 3. I think so far it's Owen Beck, the one that seems.
Do you think there's a chance
he's like a fucking Nick Suzuki? Yeah, absolutely. There's a chance.
I'm saying this. I think Slafkovsky starts in Laval.
Yeah, or he starts the Canadiens, plays 9 games, and he's shipped.
But it doesn't matter. But the 9 games for his case it doesn't matter. He still counts on the salary cap. It's whether it's
they want a sample size.
The 9 games is irrelevant. The 9 games counts for prospects like Riley Kidney and Joshua Roy, who won't make the team. If they make the team, they have 9 games to play. If they don't surpass 9 games, their contract does not count for this year's salary cap.
See, but I see Roy making it more than Slav.
No.
Because Roy's already showing who he is.
No,
Anthony, I had high hopes for this kid. I'm not sold on him just yet. Not yet.
Neither am I.
I'm not.
It's different when you're playing for Sherbrooke and you're playing in the NHL. It's like
I want this kid. Don't get me wrong, Anthony. I want this kid. He looked a lot better last year than he did this year. Yep. So I don't know. Look, it's only preseason, and
it's only preseason. It's only 2 games into.
If I remember correctly, in last year's preseason, Roy was given more minutes, opportunities. I think the game against New Jersey, I think he was on like the 4th line, so he didn't have that much opportunity. But at the same time, too, it's like I don't see that much drive in his game just yet. He's a good player. He's a great player. He's a great player. It's just I think right now he's going to go back to junior.
Laval.
No, he can't. Guys, he's only 19.
No, he can't. One more year.
He can't. He can't go to Laval. Him and Kinney have to go back to junior.
Too young.
It's
21.
You know, you could be if you're turning 20 before if you're the age of 20 before the last day of December, you could turn pro. But if not, it's as of 21. But that's for North American players. For European players, they can at the age of 18 they can go. Like Massar could go to Laval if they choose. But the rumors are he's going to Kitchener in the OHL. I don't know, guys. I truly think I think Slafkovsky, unless he does something the next couple of games.
But who has he been playing with?
They mix it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let him
wait the next few games. They'll play him with a hypothetical liner for the season, and you'll see how he's going to perform.
Personally,
go Joe.
I was going to say the only prospect I think that's going to make it out. Look, Slav might make it just because of his status of being first overall, but is he ready? Personally, I don't think so yet. The only one that's going to make is it's going to be a defender.
Goulet.
Maybe outside chance Jacky, but
I
think those are the only ones that are going to make it out straight from day one.
I might reroute this conversation, but go a different direction, but it links to what we're saying. It's because we keep saying Slav, and NHL ready, if he's not, this and that. But even if he's not performing yet, and it's only 2 games in, but his attitude in the room and on the ice, apparently he's great to be around. Okay, and there's a lot of rumors right now that Shane Wright is having a really bad camp with his attitude.
He only had 1 game. He only played 1 game.
Not the game.
But apparently
in general, there was a guy.
Where I swear to God, I didn't hear anything.
It's all rumors. It's a Seattle podcast. There was a podcast in Seattle. There was a reporter from Seattle who's in the dressing room has come out and said that it's not looking good for this guy. He's acting like a baby. He's complaining a lot. He scored 1 good goal during the an intermediate game. The red versus white that we had a scrimmage.
An inter-scrimmage, yeah.
So he scored 1 amazing goal there, but at practices and during the training camp, apparently he's pulling fits. Now, again, these are just rumors this is just rumors from a Seattle reporter.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, look, interesting.
I've been reading a couple of and these are legit websites. It's not just random ones. But again, these are just rumors, so don't quote me on it. But I'm hearing a lot of things about his attitudes. They're not really happy.
I heard that interesting. Too, but I even saw that apparently I don't know if it was the end of practice, whatever it was. He was just sitting on the ice. And basically the Zamboni at the honk for him to get off the freaking ice.
What? He deserves to be first.
He was just sitting on the ice. Yeah.
He deserves to be first, like you said.
Dude, that would have been filmed though. Like I have a hard time believing that. That would have been filmed.
I saw a picture.
Show it. Put it up on screen now.
Find it. Yeah.
Yes, but Slafkovsky's attitude, yeah, absolutely. He's had a great attitude from the start. He's a very he seems like a very jokester. Like you would think he's serious, but you talk to him, he looks like a fun guy to talk with, and he just jokes around.
Well, you saw those behind the scenes with
see if I can find it.
I think you even posted it, and he was with
Messar.
It was Messar and I think Caulfield too, and they were just literally.
Oh, it was like a boy band.
Yeah, type thing. They're just screwing around.
Dancers. Remember the video? It's like, here's I'm with dancers, and then he flips the camera.
Oh yeah.
Caulfield. Yeah. There's even I think it was what's another guy? I think Weidman or.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know which video.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Gallagher was
I know it's like you know which video I'm loving is our very own first overall pick reaction video. Okay. I can't believe this. With our future star, Joey.
I honestly,
I can't believe it.
I want to make a sweater with that face. I think I'm gonna do it, guys.
Oh
yeah, man, dude, the merch. Dude. The Joey is gonna have to make 25 cents per sale.
So just so our listeners know what we're talking about. So when the Canadiens got selected for the first overall pick by the NHL, we made a reaction video. We posted it on Instagram. Did pretty well. Got quite a few thousand views, etc. The Montreal Canadiens held a fan appreciation content contest. So I gave in a few, and one of them was the reaction of all of us to the Montreal Canadiens getting the first overall pick. It was in Anthony's backyard. There's like two cameras at 2 different angles. Joey was watching at his own place, but he
sadly had COVID, so I was very.
That's true. Yeah. Anyways, all that to say is that the video, the video shows us screaming, the 4 of us together. Meanwhile, Joey films himself getting up and screaming in his living room. So that's the video. So we sent that to the Montreal Canadiens, and it is now selected. It's going to appear at the Jumbotron, at the Bell Center, at the beginning of every preseason game. So it's just,
so if you want to see Joey's face,
so to anybody who hears this, goes to a preseason game this year and sees a bunch of guys screaming to the pick of the first overall selection,
and cycle running around the living room.
It's us. It's your boys, the Curfew Boys. The lone guy screaming alone.
Well, I'm not there.
I've actually already gotten like I think it's three texts. It's like Ella, laugh my ass off, Joey, your face. I'm like, what are you talking
did
about?
not change your.
And they all say, I saw the YouTube video. Go to 128. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I've already got 3 of them. Like, and they're just every single time. It just to describe it, it was a mix of like anger coming out with excitement. It was like a bit of a mix,
dude. It was
because
like
all right, let me see if I can play it and watch and so the fans can see it.
It was really that mix, because not only did I have to take in so much, like, look, my family loves hockey, and like I had to take in so much about them saying, Joey, you want the Habs to lose, so much crap. Obviously, Adri, every other game, and everybody else, there's so much crap about them losing. And I'm sure there's people like me on social media. I'm sure I found so it was a mixture of both. So it was like I'm ready to go for war for them to tank, and yeah,
it paid off, Joey.
All right, to all our fans watching us on YouTube right now, I'm gonna share this clip. I'm hoping you guys can all see this and hear it. So give me 1 second.
Let's go.
It's gonna be loud.
Sam, I wanted to mention. So before we wrap up, I wanted to mention this at the end. I like what we did with our top 10 prospect video, but I really think, especially Owen Beck and maybe Massar, maybe I don't know if they listened or saw it, and maybe they're pissed or whatever, but I think they're going to make us eat our words.
All right, guys, I got it. So you guys see my screen?
We'll talk about that after the video.
I think so too, Joey. Anyways, yeah.
All right, here we go.
128.
That's okay. It's coming up. Oh, here it is.
NHL draft belongs to.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There you go.
Kobe didn't stop it, Joey, eh?
Oh my god.
What? No. It hurt my throat. Really? Because my throat was hurting.
No, but guys, you don't understand.
It was worth it.
No, but listen. Okay. When I first saw it, I went to the red versus white scrimmage, and I swear to God, I wasn't expecting it. But you understand, Joey, that scream was all over the arena.
All 4 sides of you.
Surround sound.
Reverb.
All around. Every section heard it.
Fucking right.
It was amazing.
I might be the face of the Canadiens now. Who knows?
No, dude. No, but
not with your attitude.
Hopefully you become like the next meme of like celebration, but like in anger.
We'll sell the NFT.
Guys, before we there's something we haven't spoken about yet, which what did you guys think of the PK Subban retirement?
I'm surprised.
You were surprised?
Yeah,
I think it's about time.
Surprised, but I think injuries.
Yes,
I don't see him as a guy ready to retire now. There's probably something more to it.
No,
I'm
but
going with injuries.
There was 2 teams that he wanted to go to, and they both didn't.
Which
I
teams?
think Toronto
was Montreal and Toronto. Those are the only 2 teams he was.
But there's a reason why they didn't pick him. But I think this is like a foreshadow of what's to come with Carey Price.
Oh, don't say that. No,
I know.
But Carey Price, we know it's coming, right?
Yeah, but I'm not ready.
PK was so random.
PK, not really. He's been injured the last few years.
His
game has been totally different.
He's
terrible if you look at him.
The
last 2 years,
he's not the same.
No, he's not the same.
I guess when the couple of games that he played when he was with New Jersey, and then we saw play, I was there like, fuck, no. He's not the same. He can't carry the puck anymore. He can't. He's not as mobile anymore. Like it's
just his style, right?
But that's it.
Yeah.
And but again, like Adri said, if he got no offers from Toronto and Montreal, if those were the only 2 teams he wanted to go to, no offers, and he's
that's
like,
what it was,
and he went out on his own, then you know what? Good for him. I mean, look, the guy made enough money.
He's had a great career too, and
he's had an excellent.
He's not done.
But you know what? I would have loved to see him one more time with that Habs jersey. Like,
no, I wanted him to sign a 1-day contract like Chara did with Boston. I would have loved that, if anything. PK's not the same. Like, you can't. I personally thought he retired because he literally got no offers from anybody, and he's not gonna go out and play in Europe. He's not gonna go play in Russia. The guy made a name for himself in the NHL. You stay there. If not, look, I'm sure he's had like many broadcasting offers either from ESPN or the NHL Network or like even maybe
he's starting. His future is set. His future is
set.
Future.
I saw he's starting his own podcast or something like that.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It's
his own, and I think he's supposed to go on ESPN
he
too
talks.
a couple times.
Yeah, he's a really good talker. Apart from skating well, he talks really well as well.
No, he's an extrovert. He knows how to get message.
But that's it. I saw. I don't remember where I saw, but it was pretty much like from a source saying that it was either if he was coming back, it was either from Toronto or Montreal. They didn't get anything, so he's like, I'm retiring, so it's done.
Well, that's it. I mean, the guy made his money. He made a good name for himself, not on the ice, but even off the ice as a philanthropist and what he did for the children in Montreal in the hospital. Like, you know what? It sucks. It's too bad because at the age of 33, like maybe he would have had another. I thought he would have maybe another 3-4 good years if he didn't have any injuries. But look, what do you want to do? It is what it is, and I'm sure he's happy with that decision too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
He would have loved to win a cup like a lot of guys did. But look, you know what? This is what I love about hockey and the NHL is that compared to sports like football and basketball, is that like if you don't win, your reputation is like ruined. But what I love about the NHL and hockey is that like even if you don't win a Stanley Cup, like you could still be considered a legend.
Yeah.
And like you could
sports fan. There are that never won.
I don't know, dude.
No, man, there's some football players that are considered, legends and Hall of Famers that never won.
I know, but like Dan Marino, he's known as the best quarterback that never won. It's like really, you're putting that reputation on him. But you get what I'm saying. Like look in basketball. Basketball is the worst. It's like fucking LeBron's not good enough because he only won 4 instead of 6 like Jordan. It's like, yeah, but Jesus Christ, he won 4. Like winning 4. Anyways.
No, there are now more players. It's becoming more of a parody. Anyways, you can keep that for another episode. But there are guys who never won that are considered like ridiculously good players that could become legends. It depends how their career pans out. But yeah, basketball, maybe you're right. That's more if you're a superstar and you're a few of them, you got to win a championship because that's how.
Or else you're a failure. But like I feel like, anyways, all that says like hockey, like PK Subban, he's a Stanley Cup finalist.
Dynasties.
Oh, I think we lost Joey. No, he's back. Joey, what did you say?
Hello.
Yeah, we're
good.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool, guys. Hey, we broke the ice for season 3, pun intended. So.
Oh God.
I literally just came up with that on the spot. I didn't think of that.
I like that. I like that one.
That was spontaneous.
That was quite speedy, Sammy.
Sorry, Joe. What?
No, because I was cutting out. You were saying.
What are you saying, Joe? Joe, what? Joe, what?
What?
What did you say?
Sam, I have to say this before you mentioned.
Roma?
Saying, he wanted Norris. You're talking about PK. He is one thing. He's not. Sorry, I'll debate this. He's not a Hall of Famer. I know people are discussing it.
Not a first ballot. No, I don't think he's a first ballot. But listen, a lot of people are freaking out that Henderson, who scored the legendary goal to beat the Russians in the 72 Summit Series, Wayne Gretzky's freaking out that he's not in the Hockey Hall of Fame. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to finish this. I think they need to relook at the standards. Like what does it take for you to enter the Hall of Fame? Because don't forget, it's not the NHL Hall of Fame, it's the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And PK Subban has done great things for the game of hockey, just like Carey Price has, just like Henderson has for Canada. But yes, I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't think it's important, even if they don't go to the Hall of Fame. Like, who cares? It won't erase or negate what he did in his career.
No, but it's deserving. But it's deserving, though. In my opinion,
Luongo, did he deserve to go to the Hall of Fame?
He does, of course, he does. He's the 3rd winningest goalie of all time. Absolutely.
So then Price has to go there as well too. Then
I think so too. I agree.
Yeah, I think
I want
Price, yes.
I want Price's number retired before he retires. That's anyways. That's a whole other.
That's probably
episode,
a possibility.
Maybe this year.
Boys, love ya as always.
I love you.
This was fun. This was fun. We're gonna brand new season. I'm excited to get this going. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. There's still a couple of preseasons games. There's another one versus the Winnipeg Jets, I believe, tomorrow night. We'll see who's in the lineup for that. Hopefully, Caden Gooley is back. Because a little bit more of the kids. Caulfield, hopefully he's back too.
Suzuki might.
And he started skating. Anderson too, but I don't think they'll play tomorrow. I highly doubt it. I'll be surprised if they do. But to our listeners, thank you for joining us in the season 3 opener. Hope you all had a great summer. I'm more than certain you're all excited to start the new NHL season, and hopefully you're excited to hear what we have to say about our dear Montreal Canadiens. If you're new to us, if you're new to this, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you like what you saw and heard on this YouTube episode, please click the like and the subscribe button, or is it vice versa? Wherever the heck the button is, please click it. Please like it. Give us a follow. Leave us an honest rating, a comment if you want. And I'll see you all. We'll see you all in the next episode, gentlemen. Until then,
bye now.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Oh.
Good night.